Yeah, good morning, guys. This is Mabi song. Your number one image and identity spiritualist. One very important thing, that I would like to remind everyone every day is that it is about you. See, I've listened to two people speak about legacy, and I've started to have a different perspective as to what legacy is or how important legacy is. This might sound very controversial because a lot of the things that they teach us, that they try to use to appeal to a side of us that is in the need of approval or validation externally. You are in need of external validation. And that's the reason why many of these things appeal to you. People tell you a certain way to behave, even if you know deep within yourself that this is rubbish. But if everyone accepts it, then it has to be something. Not knowing that the majority of people are actually foolish. Now, let us talk about legacy. I was listening to an interview of Mike Tyson just before he had his last fight. And a girl was asking him that, okay, people of my generation are going to be seeing you fighting for the first time. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? And he said he doesn't give a flying fuck about legacy. The legacy was something someone just said someday and everybody flew with it. And I agree. He said he doesn't give a flying hoot about what people think about him when he's dead. Because when he's dead, he's fucking dead. Yes, we understand that growth, development, a conducive and growth supporting future is only possible when people are willing to plant trees that they will not sit under. But people who plant trees that they will not sit under do not plant the trees because they want people, not primarily because they want people later on to enjoy these trees, because it will matter to them when they are gone, that people will continue to talk about their names even after they are gone. No. Let me tell you the reason why people plant trees that they would never experience. First, because of the reward from the process of planting a tree. Now, if I decide to build a bridge and I know that this bridge is going to be completed in the next 50 years and I start a project, my name is already written on the project. Even before the completion of that project, I already have some level of recognition because of the project I'm embarking on. So do not think it's for legacy that it is because of when they die and they are so selfless that they're even building something that is beyond, that is going to, that they will not enjoy. Oh, such selfless people trying to build things that they will not enjoy. These people this is how to understand. Legacy is very important. A lot of people are building names so that people will talk about them when they are gone. Most people who are gone will be forgotten in the next 100 years. Or even less. Even your family would forget you once. It's a given. I want to let you know that the game is all about you. And those you decide to give a fuck about. A lot of people want to give a fuck about everyone. I do not claim to give a fuck about everyone. And don't let anyone lie to you that they just give a fuck about everyone. People who build things that they will not enjoy, they enjoy the praise of being the man who is building something that he would not enjoy. Because even right when they are alive, that recognition opens doors for them. You have to see things from a larger perspective. Understand the infinite game. Understand that the reward for most people is themselves. And that is the best way to approach humans. Because every human you approach, even without them speaking, there is this subtle part of what is in it for me. And trust me, what is in it for me could be as much as satisfaction. What would people say, about me being this kind of person? Or how would I feel about myself when I'm this kind of person? So people giving, people helping, people building things that they will not enjoy and not doing it out, what they call it, is that altruistically. It is not altruism. It is not a selfless journey or a selfless agenda. Most times it is still very selfish. So I want to let you understand that it's all about you. When you die, you do not give a fuck about what happens after you die. Why? Because you're not alive. You don't even know what is happening after you're dead. So it means that life as it is not meant to be endured. It's not meant to be suffered. It is meant to be enjoyed. A man who dies without achieving anything significant, and a man who dies after achieving anything significant, after death, they are the same person. They are the same thing. There is no special reward for you. You built a lot of, for those of us who believe in the afterlife, there's no idea of, you built a lot of wealth when you're on earth. Oh, you're a special man. You didn't build a lot of wealth. You're not special. They're both dead. They will both rot the same way. So the only thing that you should give a fuck about right now is now. Because that's the only moment that you have that is promised. That's why you cannot keep on enjoying situations you don't want. It really baffles me when a lot of people settle for situations that are killing them and hurting them and stifling them, and they say they endure. And I'm wondering for what. Now, for example, you get into a relationship that you don't want. People are in marriages that they do not like. They say they're enduring for. There's nothing to endure for. I know this is not the popular message. And this is like a message of degeneracy. But it is not. It is just a message of truth. We all live for ourselves, and there is no shame in that. Do not take up an identity that others have forced on you. Be prepared to not give a fuck. And maybe only give a fuck about the things that truly matter. To you. There are things that matter to you. Your family, the things that have a direct impact and a direct reward for you. The things that make you happy. Don't fall into the trap. A lot of things have been put in your mind that make it difficult for you to understand these things I am saying. Start detoxing of these things. Relax, pull the chair, and begin to let go. Start consciously rewriting all of those things that make you think that you need to go through life through suffering. Start breaking all these ideas that make it seem like there's some reward for suffering later on. There is no afterlife. And even if there is, you don't know yet. The only thing that is certain for you is today. And it has to work on your own terms. You can't carry your life, fold it, and give it to another person to carry. You do not need to buy people into your ideas. You do not need to force people to believe the things you believe. Just do you. You don't need to ask another person, do they believe this thing, for you to validate your belief in a particular thing. So most times we want to validate our beliefs using what other people say. If so many people shout a particular name a lot more, you would start shouting it too. Because these other people shouting the same thing validates you're shouting that thing. There is no need. Stay wise.